Hi guys, I wanted to give you a little quick tutorial on painting your Native American pots that we started last week. We started a couple weeks ago actually. You created your pots, there's mine, and they're fired and they're out. And you were supposed to create a design, there's mine, right? And you're gonna transfer that design by copying it onto your pot. So you can see I've already started doing that. I've marked the top. Now, because it's not a flat surface, I'll give you a little hint here. My stripes get a little bit narrower towards the top because the inside of the pot and the top of the pot are narrower. So they are a little wider on the bottom. That's going to be fine. You really can't do them straight, this is a better way to do it. So I've marked it. You might notice that my pot is already full of fingerprints and sooty pencil marks because I've been working on it. But it doesn't matter because the pencil is going to burn out in the kiln. The only thing that's going to stay is your underglaze. So let me show you how I'm working on this. So I started by drawing my lines around. I'm following my design. I'm now on the bottom part of it. And what I'm doing is, you can do this on the wheel, on the banding wheel, and you can sit there like this. I find that a little uncomfortable unless I'm actually painting. So I like to kind of just hold it in my hand or hold it on my lap. And I will tell you truthfully, mine's a little lopsided. If you're looking at this and you're spinning it, I'm going to put it smack in the middle. It is a little smidgen lopsided. I can see that it goes up over here, and then it goes back down again. But it's a handmade pot. I'm not going to get all overly concerned about that. So I'm going to continue drawing my triangles. And, you can measure this out. You can do it geometrically and measure out what your circumference is and, how many of these little shapes can you fit in there. I'm going to wing it because, that's who I am. I like to wing things. And if I don't get it right, I'll erase it later on, but I can tell right now, I can probably get two more in here. So those will be a little bit narrower than the others. Maybe I'll do that, and I'll make a little correction here. Right, and then I'm just going to erase these little spots. Again, this is going to burn out. All right, so basically I have my design there. Also, if you can see on my design, there are stripes going on these. I'm kind of thinking I don't like the stripes up there now. I think I'm going to like them better on the bottom. So I'm going to just draw my stripes. And I'm thinking, well, how am I going to know which are which? So I'm going to put a little mark on them so that I know that is the black line. All right, so I'm going to stop because I know you don't want to sit here and watch me do this, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. So you can see that I have finished drawing all the designs on my bottom of the pot. I don't know what I'm going to do here yet. I'm going to wait until I paint it to make that decision because I can do that later on and make that decision. So that's what I'm going to do. So to paint this, you're going to be using some small brushes. You're going to need to find a brush that you feel comfortable with. I would suggest testing it out with a little glaze on it first and seeing. I think this one looks like one I'm probably going to want to use. This one feels comfortable in my hand. It's small. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to limit myself personally to only one color. I'm only going to use black on mine because I really, really like the way black and white looks. You are going to have the choice of having light brown, black, orange, and mahogany. And this is what they look like. That's the black. You could probably use suntan as well. The black and suntan. Suntan's kind of blah. Orange, which is not like orange for a pumpkin. It's more like, I like to call it the orange you would see on an orange and white cat, like a tabby cat. And then there's this light brown, and then there is mahogany brown, okay? Those are the colors that I feel are good. Terracotta is also all right. These are colors that the Native American historically have used. You will see in Southwest pottery that there are blues in there, but we're not going for that look. So those are the colors. As I said, I'm going to use black. I'm going to get my nice little brush, and you can get yourself a little cup. I'm not going to do that because I'm the only one using it right here, right now, and I know I'm going to clean my brush and my spot afterwards. To do this, I'm going to tilt it, and I'm actually going to start at the bottom because I think that's a better spot for me, and I'm going to start by filling in those spaces. Notice how I'm resting my hand against, right, against the vessel, right, like that, and I'm just getting myself a nice smooth edge. So I like to dip, tap, and then paint. And any mistakes or wobbly hands, I'm just going to correct it with the brush. Again, the pencil marks are going to burn off in the kiln. You're never going to see them again. They're going to go away. So dip, tap. And I'm going to continue painting until I've gotten the whole thing done. Now, I don't know how fast you're going to paint. I would say to you, if you paint super, super slow, you're going to get a wobbly edge. You have to be a little bit proactive. And again, my hand is resting against the pot so that I can get a straight line. You can see that, all right? And you can see that I feel like I've made some errors in my pencil marks, which I'm now correcting with my paintbrush, because I want it to be consistent. And I think I'm going to go all the way to the top with that, into the triangle. Once I've painted all of these, I will go back in with my paintbrush and I will do these lines here. Again, I want to be pretty proactive and see if I can get as long a line as possible to go all the way to the top. All right. Now, how many coats should you do of this? 1 coat, 2 coats? I think generally 2 coats is always better than 1 coat, because I'm seeing streakiness here with 1 coat as I'm doing it. And again, I'm going a little fast because, you know, it's a demo and I don't want you to be bored to tears, but I do feel like going over it a second time, and it's a lot easier the second time, you know, really, it's so much easier the second time. Just go over it, and you can see that I've gone over that edge a little bit on one spot. I'm just going to correct that with